Hello and happy Friday. I'm Anson, and we are continuing in our study of how God builds winning traditions through losing seasons and how we play the game, how we respond in these seasons of loss. So this week we're going to talk about the importance of friends, the friends that we have when we're walking through losing seasons. As we're studying this Old Testament book of Job, we see that Job had some friends, and we're going to get to know these friends this week, but how good these friends were, not so much. His first friend told him God was punishing him, and that's why he was experiencing all these losses. His second friend told him he deserved it. His third friend told him he's probably not as good as he thought he was. Maybe he had fooled himself into thinking he was a good guy. Not really the messages that are the most comforting when we're in the seasons of loss. And so we're going to see how Job responded to these friends. And I think we're going to find some help for how we can respond when we get some messages that aren't so helpful in seasons of loss. Most of us, mercifully, don't have friends who are as blunt and critical as Job's friends turned out to be. But I want to suggest that some of our friends that live in our head can have just as much of an impact on our response as Job's friends proposed to have on him. Sometimes we can get caught up in some negative messages when we're in pain, when we're suffering. Sometimes we think we're being punished by God. Sometimes we get really hard on ourselves, thinking that we deserve this, or we're not as good as we thought we were. Maybe we were just fooling ourselves into thinking we were doing okay. And so as we look at Job's friends, it's going to be an invitation for us to consider some of the messages, some of the voices that live inside of our heads when we're in these seasons, and what to do about it, how to respond to it. There are good lessons that we can learn for how to respond in these seasons of loss to the messages around us, and how we can be a good friend to someone, how we can learn from some of these poor examples that we see, and how we can be a better friend to others when they're in seasons of loss around us. So lots to learn this week as we get to know Job's friends, and I hope you will join us either in person or online this Sunday. But until then, hope you enjoy this great weather, and I hope you have a great weekend.